Wonderful being part of Ipswich Creatives. Beth and Karen, thank you. Well, I just got back from Dog Day afternoon in Nicholas Street Precinct.
Oh, I was going to go with my daughter-in-law, but we couldn't do it today. But was it fun?
It was lovely. My daughter came out from Brisbane with us because we are looking after her dog for the last 10 years.
I get it.
It's only a temporary arrangement. But here we are in 2025. The dog is turning 16. He wasn't even a teenager when he arrived, but yeah. So we went down to Dog Day afternoon, and it's so good because all the dogs are so well behaved. They show us humans how we can behave better if we want to with each other, interacting socially.
Yeah, I'm a dog lover. I'm a big dog lover. I've got 2 grand dogs, and I just absolutely adore them.
Yeah. He's my furry grandson.
Yeah.
And Henry's a Maltese Shih Tzu for anyone wanting to know. Cute little dog.
Very cute.
Affectionate too.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. They're your little shadow.
Yeah.
They love a cuddle.
Yeah, nice. It's so funny. We sometimes pet sit for a friend of mine, and of course I live in the big house with, my sister, my parents, the nieces. And
I've heard the stand-up routine.
No, it's true. Well, most of it's true, not all of it.
Yeah.
Exaggerated for effect. But we sometimes pet sit for a friend of mine. She has a little oodly dog. I don't know what kind of, those Labradoodle.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Cavoodle.
Yeah, my daughter had one of those, a Groodle, I think.
Yeah, it's got curly hair and it's I think King Charles.
And they don't drop all that hair too.
No. So she's really lovely. So she's this beautifully natured animal. Her name's Billy. And my mum's always said, "Oh, I don't like dogs. I don't like dogs." I got home one night after work and she said, "Oh, I've just given the dog a bit of sirloin steak."
Glad she doesn't like dogs. Spoilt much?
I don't know. I just gave the dog a little bit of sirloin. I think it'll be all right. It's just a couple of pieces.
Wow.
Turn around, the dog snuggled on Mum's lap. Yeah.
Look, having said that,
yeah.
hand to heart, Henry has been known to eat rump steak. Yes, he has. Here at our house. So, I know what you mean. You got to do that. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they are.
I never let them eat at the table. It's always at his bowl.
Yeah, even if it is.
And where do they sleep, Walt?
He's got to sleep in his own bed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the rule.
Yeah, that's the rule in my house, but it doesn't really work.
Rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Well, thanks for joining us on Ipswich Creatives, Walt. And for those people listening, Walter Williams, our guest today, is an award-winning worldwide voice actor known for his outstanding, evocative and engaging range of authentic voices for film, TV, cinema, documentaries, commercials, corporate, e-learning, explainer, medical, training, tutorial, gaming and audiobooks. That's quite the credit list, Walt.
That's a lovely intro. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I do all that, and I just got nominated for the 3rd time for
brilliant!
The One Voice USA Awards 2025 for Best International Voice Actor. So,
congratulations! That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a nice accolade.
How did that come about?
Ipswich needed one.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant your nomination for the award.
No, but I mean Ipswich needed a person in that category. So no, I think I'm the only Aussie in the whole category, to be honest.
That's amazing. Well done.
So that's nice too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Where did these golden tonsils come from?
Yeah.
Well, not while I was in the womb, but directly after, apparently. I was inoculated with a record needle when I was born, and they cut the umbilical cord. The umbilical cord was, in fact, a microphone cord. Yeah.
So did this were you involved in singing, all those sorts of things when you were young? How did it happen?
Beth, I'm a talker, not a singer. It's best for everyone.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I could do some good karaoke.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to doing that down at the Hotel Commonwealth. They've started that
They have
just
to.
recently. So that should be, we could get together, the whole three of us would be a karaoke group.
That would be nice. I also
I can't sing.
Neither
and
can I.
I'm also tone deaf. I couldn't
Can't hold
carry a tune in a bucket.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we could belt it out together and just, I think they're the best kind of karaoke nights actually, where people are all enthusiasm and little to no skill.
Yeah. And it would have been even better if I was still drinking, but I gave that up 7 months ago. So
okay.
yeah, so I'm actually sober these. Not that I was ever drunk.
Yeah.
But I just I broke my arm surfing back in October holidays last year.
Yeah.
And my shoulder, and it's taken a long while to heal.
Yeah.
And in that process, is that cracking up on you? Hang on.
I think it's okay.
Let's go. Okay, yeah. Sorry, let's start again.
Yeah.
I broke my shoulder in October last year, and it's while I was surfing in it, and it's taken a long time to heal. I got dumped by a wave, big time.
Oh, jeepers.
And the painkillers were better than alcohol, so I just went. I'm just on illegal painkillers now.
Well, I guess they're probably PBS and a lot cheaper on the PBS scheme than a beer down the pub.
No, I've got to break into pharmacists to get them.
And so why? I mean, obviously you didn't have to continue that. I'm just curious because I haven't had a drink for probably 35, 36 years.
Wow.
Mm.
Jeez, I would almost have no children if that was the case. But no, it's only been 7 months. We'll see how I hold out. Every time I open the fridge and it might have a beer or a wine still sitting in it from the past. It's something you look at and you go, no, you don't need it. You don't need it. It's as simple as that. And it's costing me a lot less.
Yes.
The cost of living.
It does save a lot of money, doesn't it?
Yeah. Makes a big difference. And you're healthier too.
But that's what I was going to ask. Can you feel the difference?
I think so. I've taken up boxing now.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. Just as a sport, like fun, not in a proper ring.
Yeah.
Just as exercise.
Yeah.
At the gym, and I'm enjoying that, and it's also a great fat burner.
Oh,
so
it's good for the cardio. Yeah.
Oh, that's excellent.
And it's good for sleeping too, I find. I used to do box.
My wife doesn't like it when I box in bed.
No. I'd imagine she would.
It's not good for sleeping then.
Yeah. Do you have box springs in your bed? That's
very
terrible.
good. That's a dad joke.
That's a terrible joke.
Come on,
I'm
Beth.
sorry about that. I can do better. But that's not why we're here. We're here to learn. We're here to learn about you. What sort of creative things did you do as a kid?
I think my creative kick came probably through in junior high when I did an art class.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was the first thing I said. I went, I can do this. I'm actually good at this. Because up until then, I'd been good at nothing.
Yeah.
Except, I was always very good at English and math.
Yeah.
And I guess that's your core subjects. But then I discovered art, and I went, I'm okay at this. I can get by. And then I kind of left it for a long time.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until about 2016 I went and joined Lorraine Kitching and the girls down at the creative art class in Ipswich.
Yeah.
Ipswich Alive, I think it is.
Yeah.
And I did a whole year's course of painting and drawing and everything else, and just all the basics.
Oh,
and
wow.
Really enjoyed it. And it's good. It's really good for your mental health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just come off doing umpteen years of radio,
Yeah.
And I was changing. My life was changing. I was doing trans over from radio to voiceovers full time. And so I needed something to transition that career change. And in the process is very good for the brain, the hands, the skills, all of those kind of things, just doing art. So I did that for a full year and enjoyed it. And I haven't done a lot since, just, dabbled. But I'd love to be as creative as the person behind you there, Karen, who did that art.
Oh, thank you, Walt. That's very nice.
I like that with a little wink. Is that one of yours?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
you.
thank
Good
you. Yeah.
I wish I could claim Chucky behind me, but that's another local artist who did Chucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I like to support the local arts
Yeah.
and invest in buying their work.
I think that that's fantastic, because that's one thing that I wanted to say, Walt, is you're such a great supporter of us. And I'm
always there at your gigs, aren't I?
Yeah.
You always are. And it's so lovely to see you. And you're so supportive and so encouraging, especially when, I'm not so great.
Oh, get out of here.
Well, we're still learning.
But Beth, what was you reached a special number the other day, didn't you, with your
yes, I had my 50th gig. I'm approaching my 60th gig.
Oh,
yeah.
How good's that?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So it's interesting that you talked about, being interested in visual arts as well, because I was thinking, I didn't know about that aspect of you, which is really cool. But I knew about your work in radio and your work in voiceover.
Yeah.
How did you get into radio to begin with?
Radio, well, the origins of that I was listening to when I was in Sydney as an army brat, because my dad was getting transferred all over Australia as an officer in the army, the Australian Army, not the Russian Army. And we would go all over the place. And one time he was stationed in Sydney. So there was a little radio station launching at the time called 2JJ, which became 2JJJ.
Oh.
Holger Brockman was the first guy to be on air at 2JJ when it opened in 1975.
Yeah.
See, that's how old I am. I'm that old. I remember when, if you lit up a cigarette after sex, it was the sex that was sinful. Yeah, that's how old I am. Anyway, at Holger Brockman, 1975, he does the whole thing, and it just blew me away. They opened with a song that was banned by Skyhooks called "You Only Like Me Because I'm Good in Bed."
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Well.
Yeah, isn't it funny? Now it could get played on breakfast radio on an AM station, but not then. And that was my inspiration. I went, oh, man, I'd love to be like Holger. And it's funny, over the years, thanks to social media, I've connected with the man and told him my story and told him, you inspired me to do, 40 years of radio.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. And that was it. And from there, I wanted to do more of that. But I also love film. This is the other thing. My other creative outlets, apart from radio, was film originally.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Thanks, Walt.
So I was very interested with myself and another mate from high school in making movies, and we started out making videos of skateboarders, which hadn't been done in the 70s before. Back then, it was quite a pioneering thing. And then we thought, well, maybe we'll apply for an arts grant and try and get one of these crazy 8mm films we've made and get it.
Yeah.
But that was disappointing. Life's full of disappointments and regrets. And one of them is we didn't get that backing at the time when Australia's film industry was just starting to grow.
Yeah.
It's just blossoming. So it was a shame. So I didn't end up really pursuing that dream as much as I'd like to. But today, having said that, gone full circle, I'm not making movies, but I review movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just something I like to do, and I've got a Facebook site there, What Walt's Watching. Ding.
Yeah.
Plug.
Yeah. Nice.
And it's public, anyone can have a look. And I put up reviews, and they're very honest reviews about the movies that are currently screening on the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
so always had a passion for film. And I think that goes back to my mum, who's now 91, God bless her, still with us, taking me to the movies to see Mary Poppins
Ah, yes.
10 years earlier than the radio thing, about the 1965, I think that was. And see, I am that old, and it's like when I have to, you fill in a form and you've got to scroll back to your year of birth.
Oh, that's happening to me now, Walt.
I can be there
Absolutely.
half an hour, just
Yeah,
scrolling
I
back to my.
It's
crazy.
scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when I what gets me is I can remember things that happened 50 years ago. I don't like that.
Yes, that's the worst part. You got all this to live for, Beth.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can remember things from 30 and 40 years ago. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, not
So,
that far off.
that's my love of movies. Yeah.
So that's really interesting. So how did you get your first gig in radio?
Well, radio itself, I think I was in high school. Yeah. And we were being, I'm an army brat, we were in Townsville then.
Yeah.
And the local radio station was 40O, which was an AM at that stage.
Yeah.
These days it's all gone FM and networked, etc. And I just approached them and knocked on the door till they couldn't ignore me anymore. And they said, yeah, come on, do some casual stuff with us. And did a demo and got to work with one of the guys at night who's now I'm still in touch with, who's on the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah.
And then while I was there, they said to me, oh, there's a job going at Innisfail, 4KZ Innisfail. I went, okay, check it out, because I was about to graduate high school anyway. And I thought, well, I can go into uni, spend 3 or 4 years studying something. I was smart enough to do it.
Yeah.
I had the numbers.
Yeah.
But I went, yeah, what the heck? So I went to Innisfail, just in person. I drove from Townsville to Innisfail for this job interview. And I think that helped impress them rather than just send a letter.
Well, it had impressed me.
Oh, thank you, Karen. And I got the gig. And that was my first radio gig, full time.
Yeah.
Paying, hang on, are you ready? I'm glad you're sitting down. $99 a week for 6 days work.
Wow.
What year was that?
1979.
That would have been a pretty princely sum then, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. That would have been good money.
That was pretty crap. It's crap.
It didn't go very far.
No, it didn't go very far.
Yeah.
No, half of it, I think, went on your rent. And of course, you had to live away from home to do it. So I was 4 hours away from home, or whatever it is, the distance between Innisfail and Townsville. But I would come home on weekends because I had a girlfriend there, as you do at the time. Well, then I found a girlfriend in Cairns, which was closer. What can I say? Anyway, just don't tell my wife. This was before we met. This is before
Oh,
we
there you go.
Yes, it's long
yeah.
before.
So
And
was your voice always as deep as it is now?
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask.
Yeah, how old were you when that beautiful deep voice kicked in?
It's kind of been there since I was 15, which is crazy. It's just got deeper and more rich, I guess.
That was the other thing that I wanted to ask. Over time, does it just become better and better, or do you have to work at that constantly?
Oh, you work at it. You exercise your throat. You've got to do exercises daily. And usually mine is the worst kind of exercise that I could ever put on anyone being around me, and that is singing.
Oh,
just to loosen the vocal cords up.
Yeah.
And get everything lubricated. Because, as you know, there's always time for lubrication. and you've got to do that.
What about humming? Is that as good?
Humming is very good for the throat too.
Yeah.
And thank goodness I've been blessed, and I haven't, to this date, touch wood, had any issues in that department. I rarely get a cold, maybe once a year. I take my Nature B.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and my supplements, and just try and keep it natural,
Yeah.
and eat lots of fruit and good food,
Yeah.
exercise daily,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Um,
all makes a difference, doesn't it?
It does. And doing weights too at the gym is really good.
Mm.
You need to do that, especially as you get older.
As you age,
Yeah.
most definitely,
Good for your
especially
bones.
especially for us women.
Mm.
Mm. Not that I don't think you identify as a woman there, Walt.
No, I don't.
I do.
Funnily enough, I don't.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think
I
so.
identify as transparent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 'cause
Oh, you're not.
I am, because I'm 6'2" and I can stand in a queue and I can get ignored completely. So I must be
Oh,
transparent.
transparent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
must be.
Completely see-through.
See-through.
Yeah.
High,
Yeah.
wide, and see-through.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So you made the move to Innisfail.
Yeah.
You got the girlfriend in Cairns, and then what was some of the in your early years of radio?
Mm.
What was some of the biggest lessons you learned?
Ooh, prep. Prior preparation prevents a piss poor performance.
Yeah.
The 5 Ps. And you must adhere to it. It's really
Yeah.
important. I mean, even talking to you girls today, I've done my prep.
Yeah.
And I know this is not a paid gig or anything, but
Yeah.
and it's the same if a script comes through from a client. I prep it. I go through it and mark it up, time it and work it out before I go into the booth behind me to record it.
Yeah.
And a couple of the biggest projects I've been working on lately, last year, I put out a new narration for an audio book.
Yep.
Talk about prep. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. Because you've got to read a couple of chapters ahead of the book so you can get a feel of what's coming before you actually read it into the microphone.
Yeah.
Really intense and labor intensive.
Yeah.
It's a huge, but I look at narrating audiobooks as a more of a legacy thing. Like, you know,
Yes.
when I'm gone and dead and pushing up daisies 20 years from now, whatever, people can still access my audiobooks and listen to that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
so
How lovely for your family.
just a little piece of me still sticking around, whether they like it or not. You know?
Well, I would love to be able to hear some of the voices from my ancestors.
Yeah, that's the way to put it. Exactly. Spot on, Karen.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
So preparation, obviously key.
Mm.
Who are some of the people who helped you along in that early radio career?
It's been so many. I've had a lot of mentors. I'm very grateful to over the years. And people that are heroes. Like I haven't even ever met John Laws, but I always thought he was just this amazing radio god. And people like that they're influential. I mean, and from my voiceover perspective, on my wall here is a tribute bit of art to Mel Blanc, the great
of course
voiceover talent. So he's another hero. So these are heroes of mine.
Yep.
Which is different, of course, to your mentors that actually have helped you through the process.
Yeah, but there's a definite influence there, though. Isn't there?
Definitely, especially when you've wasted your youth watching so many cartoons. But it's paid off now.
It's paid off.
I can do a few of those impersonations and stuff. It's good fun. But that's people think they get into voiceover and think, it's all about impersonating and doing characters. That's a tiny percentage of it.
Yeah.
It's just infinitesimal compared to, but it is fun when you get to do it. Like I've got this character that's running on radio, has been for years, and it's commercial radio. And he's and it's funny because I'm married to a Margaret, and the character Arthur is married to a Marge. So how we guys in Marge? Can we go get the shops and go and get the and he's just over the top, old, whingy, whiny Anglo man, and it's fun playing him.
Yeah.
Nothing like you, Walt.
No, this is the thing. I tell this to anyone who'll listen. You've got to immerse yourself so much into the character. They're not going to recognize that it's Walter, Kath, Karen, or Beth. You've got to just totally immerse yourself in their character for that 30 seconds or however long it takes.
Yeah.
That they don't even hear you, the normal you that you would hear on a demo.
What set of characters do you have for your voiceover work?
Oh, well, there's, I can do Marvin the Martian and things like that. But they don't, like I say, they don't get asked for a lot. And I do some of the old timers from the movies I used to watch. It would circle the campfires and things like that. But the call for them, so what you do is you find yourself integrating that type of character into something else that comes along, even though they're not asking for that particular person. But you can make it part of that character for a commercial that requires a character and not you being you.
So when because you do audiobooks as well.
Yeah.
So when there are multiple characters in an audiobook, how do you differentiate?
Well, that's fun. Yeah, I do like that. And for the female characters, I'll give anyone who's listening the tip on this too. Yeah. What you do is you lighten your voice. Hello, Karen's talking now. So Karen's a little lighter and she might be a little more whimsical. And so that's how Karen talks. And Beth, maybe. Well, you know how Beth is. She's got her contacts. But I don't care who she knows.
So there's still kind of that.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. There's that quality of the same tone through both, but you can definitely hear the difference.
Yeah, you just got to pitch it up, change it out a little. It's the same for your blokes. You can be Aussie, you can be an Aussie. You can be a digger down in the trenches, remembering Anzac Day 2025, lest we forget. That kind of thing. So you can get to people's hearts. And I did a thing for Disney a couple of years ago, which I was really proud of, I got to tell you.
Yeah.
It was a big project and it was fun doing it. And I got to narrate this thing that went for a couple of minutes. Not a full-on audiobook or anything, but it was a narration for a corporate type of thing where Disney's part and parcel of it. And so he's narrating as if he's talking to his granddaughter and reading this book to her. So it gets so emotive that the producer who was on the end of the line with me from LA in La La Land, he went, "Well, you got to stop there." He'd lost it. I got to him, and that's when you know you've won.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is amazing. So, how did you end up here in Ipswich?
Nowhere else would accept me. It's just
I don't believe you.
I was banned from the rest of Australia. Well, there was a radio gig advertised. It's funny because I was programming a radio station in Tasmania called 7LA in Launceston, not Launceston. And while I was down there, I thought I want to get back into doing full time. So a breakfast gig came up at a brand new station opening in Geelong.
Oh.
Yeah. And I went, okay, cool. Set the demo off. They loved it. I was hired and got a contract. Then the next thing you know, an Ipswich radio station's launching too, was QFM 30 plus years ago. And they said, "We love you too. Come to us." And I said, "I know, but I just got the deal from Geelong from this new." I said, "Yeah, but we'll give you more money and you'll be back in your home state.
Yeah.
And we'll pay for the incidentals. Because it's not cheap leaving the Apple Isle, let me tell you.
No, it is not.
Shutting up shop, selling the house, moving everything. It's expensive business. So here I am, and I've stayed in Ipswich ever since. I've been in the Ponderosa for 30 plus years, and from here working at that radio station for well over a decade.
Yeah.
And then moving from there, when 4BC had an opening, because I also am a journalist, radio journalist. So I was offered the chance to not only write news for 4BC in Brisbane, but also be their breakfast anchorman.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Which I did for John Miller on his show, the late great John Miller, and did that for over a decade as well. Yeah, like not just the breakfast, because while I was there, I was gazing in the car park one day and I went, oh, look at all the expensive cars, aren't they fantastic? And yeah, they're all owned by the guys who are on air.
Yeah.
The stars.
Yeah.
You're a journo. You're going to get this much money.
Mm.
If you're one of those, we'll double your money.
Yeah.
You go,
Yes.
well, you know what I've got to do? I've got to become one of those.
Yeah.
And I did. And I did talkback radio for quite a while.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How was that?
That was fun. Yeah. So I did that from 2010. 2007 actually. Started off on the weekends originally, and then went in 2010. Ian Maurice, the wonderful Ian Maurice, there's a mentor to me.
Yeah.
He was amazing, so inspirational. And he was stepping down, and he said, "I want to pass the baton to Walter." And I was I'm blown away because I was just the weekend guy.
Yeah.
I'd had a lot of experience in radio up till then, of course.
Yeah.
And the boss said, yeah, it sounds like a plan. Let's do it. It'll transition nicely. People have already heard you on the weekend nights.
Yeah.
So just move across to weeknights and replace Ian. And we did the whole thing officially. We did a presentation at one of our special parties for our listeners, and then made it all official in 2010. And I went across and stayed there for 5 years in nights. Yeah.
Well, pardon me, sorry.
You're right.
That's an amazing career.
It's been fun. Yeah, there's been a lot. And I've, put in a little bit of TV in amongst all of that as well, but it's not worth talking about it in the big mix of things. Oh, it's just a little here and there kind of thing. And I still do TV ads as such, so that you still hear. It's the old story. You mightn't know me, but you've heard me before.
Yeah.
You have. You definitely have. You just don't know it.
That's the perfect tagline for this episode. You mightn't know me, but you've heard me before.
Do it.
Yeah. That's what was that? Okay, so talkback radio must have been really interesting.
Oh, it was so good. Because it used all the tools that I'd developed that were in my toolbox up till that point with my music radio background. I've done a lot of interview radio, which is called magazine radio. Yeah. But it still involves playing music as well.
Yes.
So then I was able to incorporate all that with talkback, where you could talk like yourselves. You would just ring up and, hey, Karen's on the line. How you doing tonight, Karen? Good to hear from you. Thank you. Thanks for calling the chef. And long-time listener, first-time caller, Beth. Hello. So it was fun. I really loved it. And the thing I miss most about talkback radio is my listeners. Hello, if you're listening today to this, do miss you heaps, and also all the interviews I got to do. I got to speak to John Cleese.
Wow.
You talk about career highlights. One of my favorite rock stars, Alice Cooper. I did an interview with him.
Yeah.
And the list it's longer than your own. It's ridiculous. It's such a privilege.
Yeah.
To have been able to do that and have access to those people.
Were they all good, Walt?
The majority were good. There were a couple of bad seeds that just dialed it in. But I don't know, maybe they were on the end of doing umpteen interviews that day, and by the time they got to me, it was But I love the one-on-one stuff that I've done over the years too. Like when I was in Tassie, I got to go to afternoon tea with Sir Cliff Richard.
Oh,
And him and I are sitting, like you and I talking, but imagine we're in a room, we've got a little table in front of us at the local Launceston Casino, and we're sipping tea together and interviewing and talking. It's just great. Leo Sayer visited us, and Leo made the tea. And I'm still in touch with Leo these days through the power of social media. Thank you.
That's brilliant.
He's wonderful. He's turned 77 the other day.
There you go.
See, someone else is older than me.
I remember his music so well when I was a kid. I just adored him.
And his philosophy on life, the show must go on, was one of his early hits from 1974. Has been a philosophy of mine as well. Things can go to crap in a handbag, right? But the show must go on regardless.
Yeah.
I've just believed it.
What's a particularly memorable moment from that perspective of the show must go on, where, the chips were down?
Ooh, I'll give you a good one.
Yeah.
My father had died, and we were a little bit estranged towards the end, but I loved him too. I should have gone to his funeral, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I stayed and I worked.
Yeah.
And I regret that.
Yeah.
Well, I worked in a funeral home. Now, we all grieve differently, and there's no right or wrong way when you grieve. And, you can look back and wish that you've done things differently. But, if you think about it, really, he will understand. We're not robots, and you don't always make the right decisions when you're grieving as well too. Grieving's a really hard one, and of course, especially when somebody like yourself, you probably feel a huge debt to everyone who listens to you as well, and you don't want to let people down. And also, at that time of your life, you're probably raising a family and all of these things.
I was in the middle of all that. I was in my 40s.
Exactly. Yeah. And all of those things seem so important, and they are. It's easy to say that they're not important, but you know what? Earning a living and keeping your family with a roof over their head is extremely important. But as far as grieving goes, it's all done differently. And just because you weren't there at the funeral, it doesn't mean that you don't care. You can definitely do that in your own way. And I mean, there's no, you don't have to be there to grieve. So there's other ways to do it.
Thank you for that, Karen. You're absolutely right. And I owe a lot to him as well. Like he helped. I started doing some club dates, DJing from the age of, I was too young to be in a club, to be honest. But I was still DJing in clubs back then. And he bought all the gear and supported me with that. And that, of course, helped with my radio career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny how those sorts of things, the early encouragement in your life can make a really big difference. I always feel.
Oh yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
I respect anyone who's really been against it and had no support from family or friends, and still done what they love to do. So good on them. Fantastic. But I can say I had some support. It wasn't easy.
No, of course
none
not.
of it was easy.
Yeah.
But it's been a great career, and I've enjoyed it. And there's no regrets to the career itself. It's been good to me.
I think if you look behind the curtain of any successful person's life, there have always been people who have helped along the way, whether that's little incidental bits of encouragement, or it might be a grant that someone applied for and got, or or a couple of friends coming to an audience, or that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be a massive thing. Just enough to keep you going, I think.
This is a lot of people may not realize this, but we all met initially through doing a comedy class, didn't we?
This is true. Yeah, and it was free.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all sponsored by Ipswich City Council. So it was amazing, and that was great. And it's funny talking about comedy. When I first was thinking, oh, do I do this course or not? I was up talking to my mum in Bundy, and I said, Mum, what do you reckon? She said, just go for it. Give it a go.
Yeah.
You never know till you go, you know?
That's right.
So I went, okay. And I've enjoyed it. I want to do more. I'm forever writing lines.
Yeah.
For comedy and just want to do some more, but
yeah,
it's just
want to ask you if you were going to keep on going, but it sounds like you're very busy anyway.
Yeah, I am. It was kind of like broke the shoulder, but I was still narrating an audio book in the studio when I could barely even put headphones on my head. It was just insane. So I put a few things on hold, like I stopped going to the gym for 3 months.
Yeah.
And I stopped doing any comedy for that period too. So I've got to get back into it now.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you had this very varied career in radio. So you would have done some radio production as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Produced radio. That's why I can, pop into my studio now, and it's all digital these days. But initially, we used to be analog, and we had to cut and paste everything.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, and I got very good at it. You become really quick at the old cut and paste with the block. We used a block, a little metal block, and you'd cut. You'd find the place in the audio, and you could do it while you were on air while a song was playing. That was insane.
That fast.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Physically cutting and pasting.
Yeah, on the back, reel to reel, while you're talking. You look back at it and you go, "That's insane."
That is insane. Just think, because your career of radio spanned 40, 50 years.
40 years, yeah.
40 years, and the changes in technology in that time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when I started, and I even worked at the ABC briefly in Townsville there for a bit, reading the news for them, and also it involved playing a disc. And they had the oldest turntables you've ever seen. These things were just massive.
Yeah.
And it's typical. I mean, you think the ABC's got all the funding. Not in Townsville, they didn't. Yeah. They missed the boat. And you'd have to try and queue up a record on this thing while they're handing you the news of the night to read on the air, and this is like a 6 o'clock bulletin.
Yeah.
It's funny. The things that have happened. Reading news at 4MK in Mackay.
Yeah.
At a mate of mine who's a bit of a TV star these days.
Yeah.
I shouldn't mention his name for want of not getting sued, but
we won't name.
But okay, but he would do things to me like get his lighter out and light my script while I was trying to read it. Yeah. This is the news bulletin. He would.
Oh no!
And if that wasn't enough to distract you, there was the odd occasion where he would flash you.
What? Oh my goodness! You wouldn't get away with that now.
No, they might say there's a problem. At HR for that one, wouldn't they?
Yeah, glad we didn't mention his name.
Yeah,
good idea.
He knows who he is.
He knows who he is, and that's the main thing. They try any stunt to try and put you off your news.
Yeah. Did anyone ever succeed in? Who succeeded in getting you to crack up?
None of them, because I was that good at what I did. I just was focused, and they couldn't.
Yeah. Very good.
I just, that's not me boasting. It's just on record. That's just how it was.
Yeah.
And I've worked with some great news people too. When I was in 2Day FM in Sydney, and all over Australia. It's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. All up and down the East Coast. I nearly went to South Australia at one stage with radio, but it didn't come off for some reason. I can't remember why now in the end, but anyway. And that would have been my introduction to talk radio, because I've been interested in it for years before I actually did it at 4BC.
Yeah.
But it was just the timing was right when it all happened in 2007, just to make it happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's
So
that- oh, you go ahead, Karen.
I was just going to say, in regards to Ipswich,
Mm.
you must really love it here. And how do you think that shapes the person that you are now?
Yeah, well, I've been here for that long, like I say, over 3 decades. And I love the community. I'm part of it. I'm that close to the city that I can just walk up to town if I want to and join in the Nicholas Street precinct goings on. And it's also a very much an anonymity thing, because no one knows who I am anymore. I used to be famous a long time ago. I used to have billboards. I used to have bus backs, taxi cabs with my photo, but not anymore. So who's this old bugger? Yeah, and his old dog. But yeah, good times. I really like the Ipswich community, and been a part of it for so long, and on so many levels, like I mentioned earlier, with the Arts Alive thing with Lorraine and Suzanne, and just with the comedy we've done the classes here in town. There's just so many creative processes. I was taking my daughter through Nicholas Street today for this Dog Day afternoon thing. And she said, where are we? And I said, well, remember, there used to be a Woolworths down there.
Mm-hmm.
Got, oh my, mind blown,
Yeah.
right? And I said, I remember there was a thing in the middle that was a staging area of the mall. And that's all gone. I said, I used to do so many MC gigs from there. Yeah. And this is the thing, you talk about comedy. I've been MCing for most of my radio career. And so I feel quite at home doing that.
Yeah.
But I've got to be honest, to do stand-up comedy, it's one of the scariest things you can ever do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
My smartwatch would tell me while I'm down the back waiting to go on.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, my heart's about to explode.
Oh.
Yes, you showed me that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And this is someone who should have been so at home on that stage, but stand-up's a whole different ball game.
Well, and emceeing is a very different skill set too, because you need to be able to tie the acts together, and if someone bombs, you need to bring the audience back up again.
Yeah.
And make and assure them that everyone's okay. It's all right.
And this is one of the reasons I did the comedy courses, because I thought it'll help my MC work.
Yeah.
And it has. It has.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I can drop jokes much more comfortably than I used to be able to do it.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I think that there was a lot of skills that that I hadn't even thought of that came out of that course that we did. It was brilliant. So
And your comedy writing skills?
Yeah, well, that's my main reason for doing that. But there was one that I was speaking to my husband about all the things that we actually learned, and he said, of all the things you've ever done, he said, I don't think that you've ever learned so much as what you've learned there. And
exactly.
And I learned a ton.
You do. And I can relate this to even just a trip to the dentist the other day. I had to get a temporary crown put in up here.
Oh, expensive.
Yeah, but now I've got a temporary crown. I know how Prince Harry feels.
Terrible. Dag.
I like it.
I'm going to use it in my next set.
Yeah, no. Do it.
I'll get a good laugh.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, I did want to talk a bit more about how you got into voiceover. The transition from just quickly before we wrap up, because obviously I don't want to keep you all afternoon.
No,
very
and
generous
that's
with your
something
time.
I've been doing for over a decade, full time now.
Yeah.
Full-time. This is how I make a living now, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't think I could initially, but I have. And I set this up in 2015.
Yep.
And I bought the booth. It's not homemade.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that skilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can make toast,
Yeah.
but that's it. So I bought the booth, and it's an ultraphonic. They're a Brisbane mob, Darra.
Yeah.
They make voiceover booths. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Supporting another
No.
local business. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
And I was one of their first customers very early in the piece. They've just got better and better at doing it since.
Yeah.
So that was, I went, okay, because I really need a space within this space that is my studio. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to mix here,
Yeah.
but you can't record here like I'm talking to you through this
Yeah.
microphone. Oh, and this microphone I'm on, by the
Yeah.
way, this is an Aston microphone, right?
Yes.
It's an English brand. And at one stage, a couple of years ago, I think 2021 it was.
Yeah.
I've been an Aston fan for years. I've got a few of them in my collection, in my microphone locker. And they said, "Oh, look, we're going to do a collective. We want people like yourself, professional voiceovers, to participate and help us design a microphone." I went, "I'm on board."
Yeah.
Yes, let's do this. So this is why I'm talking to you through what is the Aston Elements microphone. And it was designed by people like myself and a few hundred others.
That's amazing.
And it's so good. And I've got the box and it says, "Thanks for being part of the process," and all of that.
Oh, cool.
Got a certificate to prove it.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was good fun. So that's what I'm talking to you on now. But that's not my broadcast or recording microphone for, I've got other ones for that, which are even more expensive. Oh, the budget. Yeah, it goes out the window.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, you got to spend a lot of money to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, you can do this in your cupboard, in your closet, and start there,
Yeah.
and then build up to it. But eventually you're going to need something professional, especially if you want to be worldwide.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, and like the Real Housewives say, "I'm worldwide, bitch."
So you started that 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You've got your custom Aston help design microphone. You've got your sound booth from Darra. But how did you get your first voiceover gig?
Well, that goes way back to 40 Townsville.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I did my first voiceover gig up there. And my first, I guess, professional one was when I was hired at 4KZ Innisfail, as we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Because I was there, and on the way up, I'd noticed a car in front of me that had a bumper sticker on it that said, "You're in beef country now. Buy beef, you bastards."
Yeah.
That's what it said on the sticker.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can bleep that out later.
That's all right.
Yeah, you're
Nah.
okay.
Okay.
And so they said to me, "Oh, well, write an ad for us as an example of, what you can do for us to get the gig." So I thought, oh, hang on, I'm going to incorporate this in with a butchery ad. And so I made my opening line, "You're in beef country now, so eat beef you buy from blah, blah butcher."
Oh, very nice.
And I wrote it, I voiced it, and it went to air, and I got the gig. Yeah.
Yeah. So you even had comedic leanings then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been the class clown, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm.
The
And then-
joker.
Yeah. And then was it 2015 you said you started, you thought, I'm going to give this voiceover
Yeah.
thing a go full time.
Yeah, and I'd always had, not always, but I'd had the studio since 2000, I guess,
Yeah.
in some form or another. And that's what I say about, you've got to build these things up. You can't start at the top and work your way out the door. You've
Yeah.
got to start somewhere and then build it up as you make bank, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
So-
you're playing a game,
Yeah. So how did you get an agent to be able to do this work? What's that process?
Yeah, I've got a few agencies I work with. My Brisbane agent is Kubler Auckland Management, KAM. I've been with them for a few years. But don't rely on your agent to get all your work. You've got to reach out and get the contacts and do all of that. So that comes with years and years of practice, and a lot of people doing direct telemarketing, even if necessary, to get on the phone and get to clients. If you can see there's a possibility for an ad and a way to make money, then you can specifically target. Sometimes I see things on YouTube and they don't have a voiceover, but they've got great vision, and I'll go, love your vision. You know what you really need?
Yeah.
A voiceover. I know a guy.
Yeah.
At Walt the Voice.
Yeah.
And I'll leave them a little thing, just to get in touch with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's my handle on what is now X.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Your social media handle.
Mm.
That's brilliant. And what have been some of your favourite voiceover projects?
Well, definitely the Disney one we talked about. That was very special. Oh, another one was I loved working on. And I love doing anything that helps out veterans, because even the audio book I recorded in October last year is by a man who served twice in Afghanistan.
Oh, gosh.
As one of the mine detector.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
So brave.
Yeah.
So brave.
Yeah.
Nathan Bolton. A big shout out to him.
Yeah.
And we've connected now through social media as well. And so anything I can do to help our veterans, I will. And there was a thing I got to do. I was very fortunate a couple of years ago, which was a voiceover for what was called, I think it was V-Day. Like it was the Victory Day thing.
Yeah.
And it was so many years on from when it happened in 1945.
Yeah.
So that must have been a 2015 project.
Yeah. Yep.
Must have been around then. Around then. And it was not only that it was a wonderful project to be involved with, and because it went a few minutes, and it's on my YouTube page. If you check out Walter Williams voiceovers, there's a whole page of my stuff that you can go and have a listen to. And visualize too. It's all audio visual. And it was actually played right over Brisbane City Hall. You know how they do that at Christmas time?
Yeah.
Well, this was done at this particular time of the year for when V-Day turned up, and it was just an amazing experience. I went in a few different nights because I would be joined by my son and my daughter, and we'd sit and watch the audio-visual display on Brisbane City Hall.
Beautiful.
And it was just terrific to be part of that and do something for our vets. And the other project I worked on last year, which was great, was for a very famous para-athlete who's also blind.
Yep.
And he was attempting and it's never been done before, first blind man to swim the English Channel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Jared Gossens is his name. He's an amazing guy who is also a chocolatier.
Yes, I have been to his chocolate shop.
Oh, lucky girl.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. He's so good at that. But he's so good at everything. The man just keeps challenging himself. So I said, mate, this is going to be a passion project of mine. I will voice this for you. And we sent it out, and it got nominated for an award worldwide as well.
That's
wow.
brilliant.
Yeah, which was fantastic for people, with disabilities.
Yeah.
Just trying. They're so gutsy. I mean, I can't imagine swimming across a pool, and I've got full sight, let alone swimming across
An English Channel.
English Channel.
Yeah, no, it's not for me. Yeah.
Kahunas of steel, I tell you.
Mm.
That's what people say when you get up to do stand-up. You must have balls of steel to do that.
You've been a very generous guest with lots of lovely stories, Walt.
Oh,
Thank you
that's
so much. It's been a lovely chat and a great catch-up. And thanks so much for your time, Walt. This has been a real pleasure.
Wonderful being part of Ipswich Creatives. Beth and Karen, thank you.
Oh, that's brilliant, Walt. Thank you.
Okay.
See you soon.
See you when we're looking at you. Bye-bye.
Ipswich Creative.